thank you, Debbie, for agreeing to speak to me this morning and for this interview. It's really kind of you. Debbie, you've been a member of St Mark's Church for I don't know how long. So tell us a bit about that. And if you just tell us a bit about your faith journey.
Right. So as a child, I lived in Devon Avenue. So I used to go to St Mark's as a Sunday school. But obviously I was quite young. Then we went to live abroad. We came back to England. And I think sort of teenage years, I really wasn't connecting with the church at all. But my godmother, God bless her, she used to pray for me. I'm sure she did. And then when I was a young married mum, somebody came knocking at the door and said about going to church. And I said, oh, do you know, I've tried with the children, but it's such hard work. And he suggested I went to Emmanuel, which was then one of the 5 churches in the St Mark's parish. And it was in the old church hall down in Rowanfield Road. So, and I started going with the 2 young boys and never looked back, really. And then Pete, my husband, came on board as well. And then we continued at Emmanuel until we then all went up to St Mark's and joined as one sort of church at St Mark.
Oh, yeah. That's so you're a real St Mark's girl then, aren't you, Debbie, really?
I am really, yes.
Devon Avenue, I mean, that's literally across the other side of Rowanfield. I know exactly where Devon Avenue is. Right?
Yeah, that's where it started.
And so, Debbie, part of your roles and the ministry that you do at St Mark's is children's work.
Yes.
With the Mother and Tots group and Message Church. So how did you get involved with that? And tell us a bit about that.
So Toddlers goes way back. I mean, I'm seeing now sort of parents bringing their children who I used to see as children coming to Todd's. So we've been doing it for quite a while. So yeah, I've just seen it sort of continue and grow through the years.
So so I was going to say, so how has lockdown affected things? I mean, you know,
for mums and Todds, that was hard because it just had to stop. There was just no way you could see of continuing it during lockdown. So we just had to just pray for the families that we'd known that were coming and that they would be well through lockdown. And then a few weeks ago, we were able to meet again.
I think there's quite a need for this around this area, don't you, Debbie?
Yes. Well, we've never been short of numbers. We have had times in the past where we've looked at the numbers in the hall and thought, it's getting a bit tight in here, what are we going to do? But we've never had to turn anybody away. And we've never had policy, well, until now, of booking in. This is the first time people have had to book, and that's because of the restrictions with the numbers. So yes, there is a need, and some of the mums that have come back, it's as much a need for the mums as for the children to learn to socialise and be in a big group. That's been a big thing for some of the little ones coming in, a bit scary for them, I think, suddenly being in a big sort of hall with lots of other people. Yes. But for the mums, it's really important.
Yeah. But with Family Space, we're doing a new one at St Barnabas Church, or really looking forward to that, and we're hoping that we'll get some good numbers in there. So we're sort of launching it next week, and I'm just going to try a soft approach, and then sort of for September. So Debbie, how about Messy Church then? I believe that we're meeting in person at Messy Church this afternoon.
Aren't we? This afternoon, yes. Messy Church, we started back in 2014. A lot of people were talking about Messy Church, and I was quite interested to know more about it. So we got together, a small group of us, and did some thinking about it and planning it. And we did the first one in September 2014, and we said, well, we'll go till Christmas and we'll see how it goes. We'll, see what sort of response we get. And if people really like to come and the families come along, then we'll carry on. And we're carrying on. Yes. So another one, it's been lovely. It's just so nice to welcome people from all over the parish. Some go to other churches, some don't come along to a church. Well, this is their church, that's their church. Messy Church is their church service. And yeah, they really do sort of take ownership of it. Yeah, so it's yeah, progressing.
I think it's been a real a really good fresh expression of church, though, hasn't it, Message
Yes.
Church? I mean, I know it's nationwide and probably even wider than that, but you know, what a great opportunity to come in the safe environment. And you know, you don't have to come Sunday morning, you know, like
No.
you said, it's their church, and you know, they're getting everything from that. And I know there's worship there, and you know, it's all centered around Jesus. So you know, marvelous. So Debbie, just, I mean, I've sprung this one on you a bit, but just before we go, have you got a favourite Bible verse or a favourite passage that you go to that is special for you?
Yes, I do. The first one that ever really struck me, and it was when I was came back to church with the children who were young, was John 3:16, verse 16. You know, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son. And that, as a young mum, I thought, oh, that is just phenomenal. You know, I couldn't even begin to think how you could do that. So that's always remained with me. And then Psalm 121 is the one I always read. If I lift up my eyes to the hill, it's just that lifting up. So if you are ever burdened or down, you know, you've got to actually lift your head up, and so that does it for me.
Especially living here, and you can see Cleve Hill.
Absolutely. You can see it wherever you are. You can see either Lecanton or Cleve Hill. So yes.
It is amazing. That John 3:16 has brought many, many people to faith, that verse.
Yeah, I can see why.
Really. Well, Debbie, on behalf of all of us, just a huge thank you for all that you do with you and your team. And I know it's always teamwork.
It is a team, all a team, yes.
But, you know, so grateful, and just thank you so much. And, you know, well done. I'll see you this afternoon.
Yes, see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
God bless. Bye.
And you, bye.